About IT and real estate hand in hand, because the moment there is pressure building in terms of IT, there are job losses, and that somewhere has an impact when it comes to real estate as a sector. Though today, if you talk about IT as a sector, it is buzzing in trade. Now, what is keeping it afloat? The oversold index is seeing some sharp rebound today. Two, your mood lifters mainly have been Accenture and Cognizant, where both of these counters have seen some good uptake, and that's what is having some bit of a counter impact as well. Now, AI is not becoming as a threat, it's seen as an opportunity, and your AI infrastructures, data centers, GPUs are the ones who are in focus, and valuations are at multi-year lows. It's the worst fall since September 2008, as we've seen in terms of the monthly fall on NIFTY IT index. And in terms of February performance, Wipro is down 14%, worst fall in 4 years. Infosys down 20%, worst fall in 13 years. And you have HCL Tech promoter buying that's coming in as well. Vama Sundari has bought around 4.4 lakh crore shares. So lots brewing in this space, but what's the counter impact that it could have in terms of real estate? Gulam Zia from Knight Frank India joins in. Gulam, welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to speak to you. You know, I mean, what is the mood looking like right now? That's what we want to talk to you about. Are you seeing a change, a shift in terms of inquiries, in terms of the booking numbers that you're seeing, and specifically when it comes to IT hubs?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for calling me on this platform. Always a pleasure to interact with you and to be in front of your audience. The question relating the recent layoffs on real estate and impact of that, we still don't see any impact actually on both. Like either if I'm talking about housing sales or even offices, nowhere is it reflecting, because last year we saw a bumper year for office absorption. And at least the current trends is that the inquiries for office spaces is also as strong, if not any better, than what it was last year, same time. And housing, very strangely, there is no slowdown in housing market either. Like we are looking at one of the best Februaries, the kind of numbers that we are tracking right now, the best month in last 14 years. In Mumbai, at least, the kind of registration, the euphoria is, there is no slowing down either. So while the layoffs are talking a lot of those AI-related, disruptions, but then at least on real estate, we don't see any impact yet.
Ghulam, hi, Alex here. So just trying to understand then in certain pockets, and obviously these are, the real estate has to be looked at in micro markets. So I was speaking to somebody just a couple of months back, just before the budget in Coimbatore. They were saying that the property prices have gone up very significantly because of IT demand. And she, as a real estate developer, was saying that 60-70% of the demand comes through from IT. So hypothetically, if there is pressure on the workforce participation, and if IT companies as a whole are moving away from that workforce-led model to a delivery-based model, then is there the possibility that you could see supply slowing heading into FY27?
Well, once again, Alex, I would want to bifurcate this into two asset classes the way I did it earlier. So even if I'm talking about offices, that question, because the recent upswing in GCCs, Global Capability Centers, etc., has given a completely new twist to the Indian office space market for last 2-3 years, which never was a demand driver, say about 4-5 years back. So this is a completely new demand driver, which has added a huge momentum to office stocks in the country. And in different locations, as you rightly said, the impact is different. But specifically for housing, the only market which has seen some signs of slowdown is NCR, which is not so heavily dependent on ITS. On the other side, Bengaluru or Hyderabad, these are markets which are first of all not showing any slowdown, any sign of slowdown. Hyderabad, for that matter, has been showing, a non-stop kind of improvement in prices as well as number of sales. The only thing, Alex, I agree with you is the price rise. The price rise has reached a certain stage where we are expecting that these are actually going beyond the affordability numbers, and that can have an impact on sales number in times to come. And many developers are already talking about that. And that's also reflecting in lots of those freebies kicking in. But net, at least till today, we don't see much of an impact. And as I said, markets like NCR have not much of a dependence on AI or IT per se, are showing signs of slowdown. So these are a few confusing signals emerging. But I can't put any of it purely on AI-led disruptions. The markets have their own nuances.
Ghulam, on that note, thanks so much for taking the time and for explaining this to us. Important to have you this afternoon.